I've been wanting to make a video about how this third swimming lesson's gone. So I was thinking, out of all the times I could do it, seeing as it's on my mind, I could just do it now. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I've emailed the company I'm doing the swimming lessons with, and I've asked for more sessions. Very basically, I am on the beginner lessons at the moment, but they've got a type of lesson in which you can it's in between. I say it's beginner lessons that I'm on at the moment, but for me personally, I've more so called them novice lessons because this is the very first time I've gone out my way to really learn how to swim consistently. And then they've got what I then call the beginner lessons. It's not quite intermediate. You know how to swim to a basic level without needing any paddling pools or anything like that. Any what do you call it? Just physical aid, basically. Like, you can swim by yourself, but then you'd be learning more advanced moves like twisting in the water with physical aid in this case. But yeah, I'm getting to that point where I can just about swim competently without any physical aid. And within this third session that I've had, I was just about on the cusp of doing it consistently. I'm now able to swim with one board, I'll call it, one board by my on my own, with just that physical aid and without the instructor giving me physical aid by like dragging the board while I'm swimming in the shallow 1.2 meter pool, 1.2 meter deep pool, which goes up to around my belly button when I'm stood up. And I really like how things are going, so I've gone out my way to email them to ask if I can pay for more of the what I call novice lessons, even though they call it beginner lessons, and then the what I call beginner lessons, but they call improver lessons. I don't know how long it will take for me to really improve and get to an advanced level, but I'm okay with the rate I'm progressing at because the swimming teacher is so helpful. In my opinion, the person really knows what they're doing, and it's very obvious. It's very obvious when someone does and doesn't know what they're doing. I'm seeing that not only with the swimming lessons, but also with how, for example, I teach in the gym at the place I work. It's obvious that there's a difference between like how people carry themselves. For example, even before the session, like during the first aid course with the person that I was being taught by, it was obvious, even with the way how they carried themselves, that with the way how that person carried themselves, that they knew what they were doing. They did not feel like rushed in any way. They didn't feel under pressure in any way. It was obvious. More so, they felt comfortable. They knew exactly what they were doing. I like their coaching style, but their body language, in my opinion, was fairly representative of someone that knew exactly what they were doing but didn't want to be there. However, even though I might be right or might be wrong, the teaching style was great. It was amazing. But going back to the swimming now, I cannot wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to be able to swim with just body weight and not need physical aid if I don't want it. But I'm not against it at all, but I say that with a smile on my face because it's a sign that I've obviously made progress. The amount of progress that I could have been wanting when thinking about wanting to swim, I could have thought might have taken months maybe, but it's only taken a matter of 3 45-minute sessions with an instructor. It just shows, in my opinion, how quick someone can how quick I can progress in this context. I was going to say how quick someone can progress, but everybody learns at different rates. How it just shows how quick I can progress with the help of an instructor and other people as well, of course. It's really helpful. So what I'd like to now do is hear back from them and see if I can actually book more lessons with what I call the novice lessons, and then eventually move on to what I call the beginner lessons, and then just keep on getting lessons from there. I don't mind paying, because it's obvious that I'm getting the results that I'd want to get and more. All I was thinking of doing is just swimming in a straight line, but I'm getting way more than just that, and I can see that through what I call the beginner lessons, not what they call the beginner lessons. Yeah. But anyway, I really like how things are going, and I really like the sort of people that go there. It's not the people that go there don't necessarily turn up all the time, unfortunately. The people meaning the pupils, the people that I'd be swimming with, who also might be novices or beginners. Yeah, so I do like those people, but unfortunately they don't necessarily come every time to the swimming lessons. Like, it would have been nice if they did, but people have their own lives to live, and oh well, that's all I can really say there. I think I would like to make those sorts of people, and those people in particular, friends. Just have contacts, people to speak to and go out with beyond just interacting in the swimming lessons. And the same goes for the other places that I'd be learning, like calisthenics, for example. I would like to go out with people and in that way further develop my social life. That would be nice, because I haven't really had friends like that for a long time. In the past, back in school, it was more so friends of convenience, because we'd be in the same place together, not because I actually really wanted to be there. But it's different now. Although I would still say that the people that I'd be making my friends are friends of convenience, in the sense that we'd be in the same location. It's I voluntarily want to be there, but at school that wasn't the case. So I want to keep on going out my way to develop my social life by asking if people want to go out, meet up, maybe get some food, or go for a swim together, or do whatever we do in the clubs, whatever that is. Yeah, that's it really. But from a financial perspective, I'm almost I've got one more lesson booked before I'd have to pay for more, but I've got £7.26 in the bank balance, and that could be excluding some of the payments that may or may not have gone through from public transport. Sometimes it takes a while, I don't know why, but yeah. However, it's just a matter of time until I get the benefits and also monthly wage. So from a monthly perspective, I'd be getting 3 times as much compared to what only benefits would give me. Only 3 times as much. I need it, because I'm going out of the way to further progress, and I need that money to go and do what I need to do in my life, or at this point in my life, with, for example, level 3 qualifications, going off to what I call the secret location. I've got to go back there, so I'm gonna have to pay for that. I'm gonna have to pay for that, and we'll have to pay for the course itself and everything else that I'd be paying for. Got to pay for that. Shopping as well. Now that I'm saying that, I'd want to eat more healthily and stuff. I'm gonna have to pay for that as well. So there's a lot more payments. However, I would be earning more spend more to earn more seem to be quite an accurate phrase. What I'm going through at this point, and that might stay the same way for as long as I live, I don't know, but I'll find out, and I'd like to imagine live to tell the tale. And if I don't, then that's just life, that's just how it goes. Not really much I could do about that because I'd be dead. However, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm feeling hungry and thirsty. Made my report, explained how things are going. I definitely want to get more swimming lessons for sure, but I'm not sure if I'd be able to pay for them. Next week I'd have lessons. I may or may not be able to pay for them. I think I might. No, I should be able to. By next week I should be able to. And from there I'd then get my, I'm talking about the novice lessons I call them, and then from there I'd pay for what I call the beginner lessons, what the company calls the improver lessons. I'll pay for them too eventually. But yeah, man, that's it. I'm gonna leave it there. I like how things are going, and I plan to just take it further. And this is exactly how things could go with other sort of skills that I'd want to learn. And very interesting things, very fun things. Even though my tone of voice sounds monotonous, I think I do like how things are going for sure. And I think that's obvious by the smile I have on my face when thinking about swimming lessons and also other things that I probably would talk about, but I personally think I'm not ready yet. I've spoken about them before, but it's coming, and I'll speak about them. I don't know if I'd be able to film these lessons, but I'll see if I can, and that would make things very interesting for the channel. It would be completely unrelated, but or at least on outward glance, but there is a message I'd like to leave in there implicitly through having those videos up and explicitly here. Going out of my way to take care of my health has meant that I've given myself the privilege and, in a sense I could say, unlocked the means and thoughts I'd need to have in order to do what I'd want to do in my life. Regardless of how long I may or may not live, regardless of my current situation, I can do what I want to do on the premise I put my mind to it, which exercising has helped me work on, I'd say. It's not something that I think about explicitly, or maybe even implicitly, but that reality definitely is present in my life. That as I go out of my way to take care of my health more, I'm doing more of what I'd want to do. And on a side note also, now I've completely spoken about the swimming lessons, I'm talking about something else. I speak about transform your body, transform your life. But I've been thinking today that maybe the phrase is the other way around. For me, I can't, or at least I can view it as the other way around. As in, not transform your body, transform your life, but rather transform your life, transform your body. Other people might view it differently, who read that book by Cash Vakela. I might have said that wrong, but I apologize if I have. But yeah, I reckon that if I go out my way to keep on transforming my life, i.e. my habits, how I go about my life, then my body would naturally transform. And that's definitely something that I'd want to remember, because I think it seems to be true. For example, as I've gone out my way to further decrease my body weight, I have been transforming my habits in my life, which has then meant I've been doing what it takes to transform my body. So maybe it's the other way around. Transform my life, transform my body, not necessarily transform my body, transform my life. However, I definitely am more than willing to agree that it can be viewed both ways. It's just that I wanted to note down I've been thinking about it the other way around, as in transform your life, transform your body today anyway. I wish I had just, again, this is talking about the idea of transform your life, and then which would then lead on to transform your body. I wish I had just given myself a large enough window to have a thorough exercise session before going to work and doing my shift. That would have been nice. But I didn't this time round, and I can without a doubt say that I've learned my lesson. I definitely have learned my lesson from doing the Zumba class in the evening and then getting back home whenever I got back home, maybe 9 o'clock, because I was also focusing on preparing for my abs class that I've got to do and that I've got to coach people through. Yeah. Okay, I'm done talking. I'm just going to leave my mind on that thought of transforming your life and transforming your body, not the other way around. But yeah, that's it. I'm done. And yeah, that's it. I'll just keep on doing what I want to do, and my way of life will be very, very fruitful, as it's starting to become anyway. It's starting to become obvious eventually through the channel, bit by bit. Yeah, anyway, I'm done now. Cheers to making stuff happen. It's been a rough ride at this point, but I think I've gone through at least the roughest part at this stage in my life. That extreme poverty in which I had basically no money coming in whatsoever. That's over permanently. That's done. But as for income, I could further increase how much money I'm coming in. That definitely would benefit me, but I would like to do it to a point in a sense where in a way where although I might be working the same sort of hours, I'd be getting paid more due to providing more value and also being more competent. I've seen a job in which the maximum salary as an employee was 50 grand with the qualifications I'm about to get, with the level 3 qualifications. One of my personal training providers, one of my tutors for my personal training provider told me the maximum that I might be able to earn with the connotations that were talking about me as an employee is 80,000 a year. Now, as for me doing my own business or businesses, the earning potential is unlimited. However, even as an employee, if I for whatever reason didn't want to take it further, which I do, I want to create a calisthenics gym. I want to create something big. I was thinking about it today after thinking this gym, although I do like it, I'm working on fulfilling somebody else's dream. I want to not fulfill my own dream. Dreams are reality beyond just in my sleep. I want to create something that's very real, not just a dream, not just an aspiration. I want to create something big. Yeah, in size, I mean something massive, which has, even as I'm thinking about it now, a massive space with weights, like free weights that people will be able to use. I don't know how I'd make it so that people don't steal them, but maybe I could lock them. I don't know. Maybe I could make a system where people would have to pay to use the weights there, or unless they want to bring their own. I don't really know. Just as long as people don't steal them, I could test it out, see if people don't steal them. But that'd be a lot of maintenance I'd have to do, and I'd have to keep coming back to check it. That would come with a certain lack of mobility, because I'd want to keep on maintaining what I would have created. So I'd be going back, if I wanted to travel the world, which I'd like to imagine that I could do, I would be able to do in 2 years, and start going around to different countries, because I've never done that in my life. I'd have to keep looking back, but I don't know how I'd do that, but just eventually I'd like to go down that path. I like the idea of it at least. and then I'll be able to take it from there. But I'm feeling so hungry. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm done now. Cheers to living more ideally. Transform my life, transform my body. It will naturally happen, I think, anyway. Right, peace.